This video is about the right way to use a power probe. This is the probe, or the tip, and it has two purposes. The first purpose is a sensor. It detects what is present when it touches something. And the second purpose is a sender. It sends power or ground when it touches something. As an output, it basically acts like a jumper wire. It brings either power or ground directly to the tip and then on to whatever is touching it. It does that when you activate the trigger. The trigger is a simple two-position rocker switch. And like a gun, when you pull the trigger, you send a bullet. On the power probe, when you pull the trigger, toggle the switch up or down, you send live power or live ground to the tip. If the tip is touching anything, it now has what is being sent to it, as long as there is continuity. Now it's important to know, when you push the trigger, the tip is no longer a sensor. It is now an activator, and it is activating the circuit. Remember, if you pull the trigger on a gun, you send a live bullet. If you pull the trigger on a power probe, you send live power or live ground. This button turns the sound on or off. My advice, leave it on. The sound will catch your attention quicker than the display and the lights, and this will confirm its connection. You may not always be able to see the tip, and you may not be able to see that it is touching something or what it is touching, but you can hear it even when you can't see it. Now let's talk about the most important part of this video. The digital reading both the lights, red and green, and an audible tone. Now you need all three. Let me repeat that. You need all three. Learn to use all three. They are there for a reason. If you don't have all three, you do have trouble somewhere, and it's evidence that you can't ignore. Now this should be your alert, your warning that you have a problem. Don't ignore the signs or the lack of them. What do they mean? Well, let's look at what they are telling you. The digital reading, this is what you are already used to using. It is the numeric voltage reading. It tells you the voltage amount that is being sensed, but your eyes must focus on it. The lights are polarity indicators. They tell you which side of the circuit you are sensing. Remember, all circuits have two sides, a power side or a ground side. Now these lights are strong visual indicators. The audible tone works hand in hand with the lights. It is an attention getter. When it sounds, it confirms a signal. And when it doesn't sound, it also confirms that there is no signal. And that's why it's important. Now, since the power probe is connected to the battery, you can apply battery power or battery ground directly to the tip of the tool. You can energize and activate components to verify their correct operation. Now, this is real dynamic component testing, and the only true way to test an active component. Now, the power probe is always connected to the vehicle's battery, so the tool maintains a permanent connection to the source power and the source ground. Using the power probe, all of your voltage checks are referenced back to the source battery, and they account for every connection and possible voltage drop or energy loss between the source and the probe tip. Now the key word here is referenced, or better said as compared. Any reading on the display is compared to the source voltage. So even if the battery voltage doesn't remain constant, what the tip reads will always be compared or referenced to the source voltage. Why is this important? Because it gives you an automatic and an instant voltage drop, even without even trying to get one. If the voltage measured at the tip is a half a volt lower or even higher than the source battery voltage, the red LED light will not light up and no speaker tone will be sound. This will instantly alert you that there is a voltage drop or an energy loss because it takes energy to power the light and the tone. So stop right there. Think, observe where you are, what's happening, and then proceed to find out why. And if you touch the tip to any contact point that is not a good power or a good ground, you will know this instantly because the lights will not light up and the tone won't sound because the tone circuit runs parallel to the bulb circuit. You will, however, get a digital display of the voltage reading, and this will tell you how much of an energy loss you have. Remember the automatic voltage drop. Now, some of you have heard that it is easy to damage a circuit, and you're right. If you use the tool wrong, you can easily cause damage. The tool itself is protected by an internal circuit breaker, and that will automatically reset. So the tool is protected if we make a mistake. Now, wouldn't it be nice if our brains had an internal circuit breaker that would automatically reset if we make a mistake? Now, that means circuit safety depends upon you. Think before you pull the trigger. So I repeat, circuit safety depends upon you. Now, what about continuity testing? Continuity testing is probably the most often forgot about or ignored type of testing. But with the power probe, it is very simple. When you connect the power probe to a battery like this little tail wire right here is actually a direct extension of the battery ground. Picture it like this. This is how it effectively works. So to test a bulb, attach that ground clip to one side of the bulb, and then when you contact the tip to the positive terminal of the bulb and you press the trigger forward, you will send power to the tip and you will activate the bulb. Beyond bulbs, you can easily activate fuel pumps, magnetic clutches, starter solenoids, cooling fans, blower motors, and injectors all the same way. Now, in conclusion, the power probe is a great tool. It will save you time and money. And like most things, the tool is just that, a tool. You are the one who needs to know how to use it properly.